What's up, my brothers? This is Jack2505, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the Assault class regarding its place in hard mode Siege post 9.0 patch. Is this class more viable? Does the Assault class still suck in Siege? Does it depend on who's using the class? Let's have a discussion about it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and subscribe to all the rest of my social medias. Links are all in the description box below. Patch 9.0 brought huge changes to the game, and in particular, changes to the Assault class, which was badly needed, let's be honest. Melee weapons have been improved, in particular the relic versions, as they should be, delivering more damage for block weapons and faster speed for offensive weapons, which of course benefits the Assault class. The Assault class receives perk updates that helps the class. However, one huge change in particular belongs to the increase in the ground pound damage for Chainsword and Power Sword to match the Power Fist and Thunder Hammer. This is a huge change for Assault players like me who prefer to use the Chainsword against the Chaos enemies. Another huge change for the Assault is now that he is invulnerable during his ground pound land animation, which is a massive change for him. It makes such a huge difference against the Chaos Sorcerer, you know, when he has all his shields up and when you're surrounded by multiple enemies. Let's talk hard mode Siege and the Assault's place in this mode on this difficulty. So we're going to be talking about Siege mode, hard, not normal. We all know that the Vanguard, Heavy, and Tactical are basically the meta in Siege mode hard. And especially if you want to get as far as possible, in particular getting past wave 15 to obtain your helmet. The Bulwark and the Sniper can also be in the conversation, but let's be honest, Vanguard, Heavy, Tactical, they're more or less the meta. They're more or less the go-to team with the, of course, with the right team perks, with the health with the Vanguards, the pickup health, all the ammo with the heavy, and with the tactical, the free respawn grenades every 60 seconds. But why is the Assault considered not to be good? Is it because he's not easy to play? Is it because he doesn't have good defense? Or is it because he doesn't have useful perks for the team and only himself? I would say that the Assault is not as easy to play as the others and doesn't have the best defense. However, you can solve this by picking the right perk or perks, which I will discuss later. And he does have a good team perk which goes unnoticed by a lot of players. Let's talk perks. Earlier I mentioned defense. Best defensive perk for the Assault is definitely armor reinforcement. Non-finisher gun strikes restore one armor segment. This perk rewards you for playing well, attacking well, and defending well. You'll have access to armor a lot of the time, and it keeps your health a lot more safe. And remember, you don't have to kill the enemy to get the armor. It's just successfully pulling off a gun strike. Gun strike, no death, get your armor back. Obviously, on the death, you get the armor back. But with this one, you'll get your armor back one segment, regardless of whether it's a death or not, which is extremely useful in Siege. Contested health is a very good defensive perk, which has recently been updated. So you lose your health much slower, and Fortitude, which is a prestige perk, which increases the health by 15%. So that's a mix of having a lot of easy access to regaining an armor segment, losing your health a lot slower with a contested health, and Fortitude, which increases your health. So more health to play with and easy access to armor. Let's talk about the offensive perks. Knowledge of the enemy. Increase melee damage against Majoris and extreme level enemies. And the team perk, Strategic Strikes. All squad members deal 20% more damage against extremist and terminus enemies. Now, this is a huge perk for the team. In particular, if you have a Bulwark Assault combination or a Vanguard Assault combination, and also with the tactical as well, with the Auspex Scan mixed in with this. This perk benefits so many classes in the game. and is not to be underestimated. Precision Strike, ground pound deals 100% more damage, but it has reduced radius, but I can live with that. And Pride in Duty, after a finisher, ground pound deals 25% more damage for 10 seconds. I built my assault class for one purpose, which actually helps me survive and helps the team as well. I hunt extremist enemies all the time. I make them my #1 priority. This is the assault class bread and butter. This, in my opinion, is the way you should be playing him in siege mode hard. Look out for the extremists and terminus enemies. Well, most of the time you'll be dealing with extremists, and there's so many on the screen at any given time in siege mode. Period. Even in normal mode. Hunt them down. The assault class, in my opinion, is I think he's the best in killing them because he has all the perks to back it up. In particular, with his updated prestige perk, Unyielding Oath, when charging a ground pound, you become invulnerable for 3 seconds. So that's 3 seconds hanging in the air without getting sniped out of the air just like before. Plus being invulnerable when you land. You should be hunting the Terminators, Lictors, Biovores, and any grounded extremist enemy, hunting them down and killing them. You've got the kit to do it. I do understand that it can be risky, but with enough time, you'll be able to pull it off. The assault has very, I would say, obvious weaknesses in certain enemies, which I think is probably the class's biggest weakness in particular, when the jump pack isn't ready. You haven't, or you've used it, and then enemies like the Tyranid Warrior with the Devourer can be a pain. Obviously, the Zoanthrope and Neurothrope, they can be the absolute painful. The Assault class, the Tazango Enlightened can be a pain at times. The Terminator with the Soul Reaper can be an absolute nightmare, well, for any class really, but with the Assault, with an unprepared Assault player who doesn't have a jump pack and not equipped to deal with him, and at times you got to just do a runner. I know I mentioned you should be hunting these guys down. Make sure that they are not firing at you. If you don't have a jump pack ready, run away and go find someone else who's not in the sight of the Terminator Soul Reaper. Once you get that jump pack ready, or he's not focusing on you, then you attack him. Close the gap and take him out. The Terminator with the Soul Reapers, they can be a lot easier once you close the gap. So the best teammates for the Assault, I will say, is the Vanguard with their health pack and the Tactical with a grenade regen every 60 seconds, and obviously the Scan. The weapons, now I prefer to use the Thunder Hammer for the Tyranids, in particular for the annoying Biovores and the Majoris in general. But the Thunder Hammer is very good for the Biovore. Obviously, you gotta watch out for all those spores flying around. But the Assault is extremely good at taking out that guy. And I prefer to use the Chainsaw for the Chaos because of the speed and versatility of the weapon. Also, I don't depend as much on the jump pack and not totally screwed when I don't have one. So that's my preference for the Assault in regards to weapon choice. Hammer against the Tyranids, Chainsaw against the Chaos. In my opinion, the Assault class is good in siege mode, but you have to know how to pick your fights. And there's a lot of fights that you can pick, and it depends on your teammates who know how to beat the enemies you are weak against. So if you're going to pick the Assault class, it's good to have someone in the team, perhaps a heavy or a tactical or even a sniper, who has a medium to long range weapon that can deal with the flying enemies so you don't have to deal with it. As long as you are hunting down the mostly grounded extremist enemies, and you should be doing that constantly, you'll be doing your job well for yourself and the team. Also, with the grounded terminus enemies, the Assault should be more than in that fight. I'm talking knee deep. If you're going to pick the Assault, make sure you have a build that does extra damage to extremists and terminus enemies. Now, this mode is practically built for those perks. Otherwise, picking the assault is not really worth it. You might as well pick somebody else. That should be your number one objective, killing extremists and terminus enemies. I did a poll on Reddit and asked my fellow brothers on Reddit, does the assault class, is the assault class now good in hard mode siege? I wanted to wait until I finished writing up this video before I looked at the answers so it wouldn't sway me in any way. The results are in and we have 86 votes, 55 said yes, and 31 said no. So this is a positive swing for the assault class, who seems to have more respect in siege mode. Well, according to Reddit anyway. But now I want to hear what you guys think about the assault class in hard mode siege now, post the 9.0 patch. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you want to team up with me in Siege and in the future updates and DLC operations and beyond that's coming in September, please follow the channel, join my live streams on YouTube, Twitch and Kick, and join the Discord as well. Thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. My name is Jack2505 and I'll see you in the next video.